Welcome back. Mexico managed to stop Brazil scoring here 2 weeks ago, but they might have a job on their hands to repeat the trick this afternoon. Louis van Gaal was confident enough to allow the press to watch his whole training session yesterday. He said, we knew the team anyway. But there is one surprise. Paul Verhaert comes in at right back in what they tell us is a switch to 4-3-3, although we're not entirely sure. Robin van Persie is back from suspension. Dirk Kuyt wins his 100th cap. Despite his goal against Croatia, Mexico leave out Javier Hernandez, who will have to wait to show his new club manager what he can do from the bench. They make one change. Carlos Salcido returns to the team. Louis van Gaal has pressed for a drinks break in the searing heat here in Fortaleza, where it was 35 degrees at pitch side. He suggests that the players would lose 4 litres of water during the game and could start hallucinating if they aren't allowed to rehydrate. Miguel Herrera, the Mexican boss, has provided us with some colourful moments already. He brings a whole new meaning to the phrase, he kicks every ball. And he will be just as visible on the touchline this afternoon. Arguably, it's one of the most tantalising fixtures tournament so far. Can Holland and Mexico continue?
Robin or Van Persie?
This is Miguel Laun looking for a 30-yard drive to test Jasper Cillessen early on.
That's a very confident start from Laun.
Sneijder looking for Van Persie. Vulnerable. Cillessen called into action here. Isn't the best of clearances. Peralta wants it in the centre. Laun's going his own way.
Interesting to see how Ron Vlaar engaged with Hector Herrera all the way, even though it dragged him out of his defensive. Well, the defending from open play is excellent, you know, even considering the age of the back line, the lack of pace.
Well, this was quick. Still Laun. That was a dangerous-looking cross. Dos Santos was flying in at the near post. He's a live wire.
He is.
This is Hector Moreno. This is Dos Santos. Peralta wants it. Peralta's got it. Can he turn and shoot? He gets it instead to Hector Herrera. He does shoot! And he is a finger's width away from striking the frame of the goal.
Fantastic play once again from Mexico. You know, it's the hardest ball to defend as a centre-half. That's
looking for Wijnaldum. And he's looped a header towards goal, which will
do it without that.
And now Cillessen is in a dangerous position. And he has to scurry back. And Hector Herrera is causing all sorts of problems at the top of that Mexican midfield. They've won a corner kick here, Mexico. But where was Cillessen going?
Oh, Guardado's got a point here, you know.
Room to run into. He's taking aim. And Cillessen had to be alert.
It's a good strike from Salcido. You expect Cillessen to deal with that. But what excellent movement from this Mexico team. They are pulling Holland all over the place. You ended up there with Wesley Sneijder in the baffle.
Absolutely. Here's Van Persie, bringing that down brilliantly. Well, he was stretching for it, and he just about managed to keep it under control.
Outstanding first touch.
Still going, Peralta. Dos Santos takes over. Comfortable save in the end for Jasper Cillessen.
And there's a polar opposite. Holland just seemed... It was like you said, not high foot, more high.
Marquez, Peralta with a flick. Ball comes towards Giovanni Dos Santos. No one backing him up. Cillessen had to make the save. That was an incisive piece of play from Mexico. And now here comes the Kissy, who wants to squeeze it back to Robin. He's found Robin. Still Robin. Marquez has recovered. Just about. He may have got a helping hand from the ball from Robin van Persie.
Well, he's recovered, Sam, but I'm not sure whether he recovered legally.
The referee's half-time whistle. A half that may well have been low on incident, but a couple of big penalty shouts, including that for Iron Robin, and one for the highest temperature recorded in that first half was 38.8 degrees.
Sam, if you can't even sit in it, like we saw all those empty seats in the first half, you can barely play in it. It's an impossibility for these guys to get through.
Wide by Wrong Vlaar, but straight to Giovanni Dos Santos! What a goal! He may have been denied by the linesman flag in the first game, but no one's taking that one away from him. Giovanni Dos Santos sends 120 million Mexicans wild.
What a fantastic technique it was as well, Sam. He's breaking through. You'll see on the replay, the ball sits up perfectly to be struck. Just a low bounce, catches it right at the top of that bounce. Result in a change in form.
The egos have bonded. Here's Peralta. And Robin into the near post. Count is there! Oh, it's a stop of epic proportions from Guillermo Ochoa. He's kept Stefan de Vrij at bay. It was a sensational save. He kept out Brazil, and he's pulled off an absolutely marvellous reaction save from Stefan de Vrij.
It's awesome. It's an epic save.
Comes the goal scorer, Giovanni Dos Santos. To do it all his own way. Back to Snyder. Takes a deflection. Well, there are a few Mexican hearts beating a little bit faster after that.
This is more what we expect from Holland.
Dancing his way through, looking for Snyder. Well, he almost found him, and he almost outwitted Guillermo Ochoa.
And Ochoa would have been stranded here. He had to brace himself for any touch from Snyder.
Threatening as always, still going. Claims that he was brought down. And the referee has pointed for a goal kick.
Do you know, he took a while to make his mind up.
From midfield. Peralta is waiting in the centre. Percy wants it. Robin is going it all on his own. And almost like a one-man show himself, Guillermo Ochoa is stopping him.
It's a great save, but if there was one time where Arjen Robben would have had the chance to actually engage in contact and get a penalty, that was a lunging challenge from Marquez.
Another change. And Arriba Peralta is about to... 3 goalkeepers started this World Cup with a chance of being the Mexican #1. 15 minutes to go. Robin in towards Ron Vlaar. Right underneath it. Here's Salcido. Oh, and he's burst his way through. Didn't manage to test Citizen. And he brushed aside a couple of Dutch defenders again. Flick on by Cal. Back. Huntelaar. Bruno Martins Indy can't convert. The offside flag was up anyway.
It's another unbelievable save. And that man, Guillermo Ochoa.
Aimed in towards Huntelaar. Knocks it backwards towards Snyder! Heartbreak for Mexico! Well, they may not have had sleepless nights last night, but they might tonight, Mexico. 4 minutes away from the quarter-finals, and the Dutch are back with a bang!
We talked about second phases at set pieces, Sam. This ball drops down. A man who we said has had little influence on Holland in this whole tournament has had possibly...
Depay. Still Memphis Depay. Into the area. Goes past Reyes. Still going. Goes down. Penalty. And Mexico's dream is collapsing round its ears.
Oh, Rafael Marquez, he's put his team in this position 2 or 3 times now with a really aggressive lunging tackle. And he sticks a foot out there. Is it the heat? Is it tiredness? Once his foot is out there and planted...
Yep. Huntelaar steps up and scores! Maybe they haven't been at their dazzling best, but they have got the job done. The last 8 awaits for Louis van Gaal and Holland. and Mexico will be eliminated in the cruelest of circumstances.
What a fantastic...
It's a World Cup party where the entertainment feels like it is never, ever going to stop. And unsurprisingly, the Dutch are right at the heart of it. They are through to the quarterfinals, unfancied 3 weeks ago. They will be real contenders now. Louis van Gaal has moulded a team and sparkled and fostered a spirit. But Mexico must be credited for their efforts. But again, they fall at this hurdle. Their weight